this chair room. It has a little bit of a reputation. Does anybody know something weird about this room?
I just got the word judge on a phone, so just...
Does anybody notice any physically?
No windows.
Exactly. Everybody's always looking at the ceiling going, there's something on the ceiling. And I'm like, no windows. Now, you know when you drove up and you looked at the building, you know that front tower right there? We're right behind that front tower.
Oh.
Now, what was this room used for? They've kind of gone back and forth on it because, you know, we lost a lot of our records when this place was closed and stuff. But it's weird that there are no windows in here. Now, one thing in this area that we're in is a couple of these rooms, guards could actually rent rooms. It was usually you know, unmarried guards and stuff, but they would rent like a bed in one of the rooms and stuff. We're wondering if this wasn't for like the third shift guards, so they could sleep maybe. That's a possibility. Which it was nice to have some guards to live here anyways, because, you know, hey, if something goes wrong in the middle of the night, again, it took people longer to travel back then, so it was good having some staff on site. But that's not one of the theories thrown around in here. There have also been long-standing rumors that our architect, Levi Schofield, was a Freemason, and this had something to do with the Freemasons. I don't know anything about that, but it was always a long-standing rumor, and I'm like, I don't know, guys, we really don't have any proof behind any of that. But if anybody, some people, if any of you guys are from the Cleveland area or been there, you might be familiar with some of his work. You know, the Soldiers and Sailors Monument downtown, right outside Tower City, he designed that one. Put among plenty other buildings, but that's always what I think of first besides this. But a lot of people get really, really weird vibes, especially as of late in this room. Now, when this was called the chair room, it's not because of that chair. There used to be a big wooden inmate-made chair in here. That's not that one, it's a different one. It was up here until we had some guests up here and they decided to jump on it and kick the back out of it. There's always somebody.
Shame on them.
So we had to take it down. It's in our archives. For us to repair it, we'd have to essentially take the entire thing apart the way it's built. So they said even if they get it fixed here, they're not sure if it'll ever come back up here. But after that happened, the vibes in this room kind of stopped for about a year, but then they slowly started coming back. There's always been at least one chair in here, though. Now, one thing people love to do is coming in here and they love to shut the door. You know, you can't see your hand in front of your face in here, but a lot of times I'll come in here and I'll sit with the lights out. Even though it's dark, you can still see like figures moving around in here. It's very interesting. But why this got so infamous was there was always the long rumor that now the chair always has to be in that exact same spot in the middle of the room. If you move it to any other part of this room, shut this door and leave and come back, it's always going to be right there. Well, people tested this when we had 100 people in the building. How do you know someone else isn't coming along and moving it? Nobody ever brought in a camera here to see. But lately here, people have been getting scratched in here a lot. There's supposedly some spirit that's getting upset or getting particularly violent. I'm not sure why, but a lot of people have been getting scratched in here. I don't know. For my personal experiences in here, I have one that kind of takes the cake for me. I was in here ghost hunting with 3 friends once, years ago before I was a volunteer here, and we were all kind of, you know, getting at each other, okay, who's going to sit in the chair, who's going to sit, and I'm like, guys, whatever, fine, I'll sit in the chair. So I sat there, you know, it's actually built a lot like that one, you know, so I'm holding my hands on it, and I'm like, whatever, you know, we had the door shut, and it was dark in here, and I'm like, whatever, I'm just going to kind of relax.
Medicine.
There, and I kind of closed my eyes for a second, and then as I open them, I realize I'm not hearing any sound. And I feel like I'm just starting to shake. I'm like, what the heck's going on? And this door just starts opening, and light is just bursting in, and I see a figure standing in here, and it almost looks like he's wearing some sort of like a hat, like maybe a guard's hat or something. And I was just shaking and just staring at this, and I just closed my eyes, and I opened them, door was shut, and my friends are sitting here going, Lens, they go, do you feel anything? Is something weird going on? I said, who opened that door? And they said, nobody opened that door, Lens. I was like, okay, I just had a vision or something just, you know, basically imprinted on me. But I said, I was just, because they saw I was shaking, I'm like, I just got to walk out of here. And I walked out and slowly I stopped shaking. It was like a wave of anxiety just came over me, like someone else's emotion. What's that?
Shut the door and do WhatsApp.
And if you listen here, when you open up, you'll be fine. For this door.
No, it's the darkness.
Oh, okay.
It'll, sudden change in like.
Okay, do you want to stand over here next to me?
I'll just put,
Oh.
so.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. But, and also, listen as I shut this door. You can't open and close this door quietly. So if that door had opened,
Bored.
because see, it goes there along there, you can, it actually is usually leaving louder when you're like, but it's the little door shakes. You would hear if somebody opened that door. But look, we had all the lights, but, you know, you see what I mean? It's very, very dark in here. But yeah, I see a lot of shadow men in this room. I don't know, it just, and you also get that, remember how I told you about that feeling like that you're almost in a crowded room but there's nobody near you? Does anybody get that feeling?
It's pretty stuffy in here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, I get that a lot, like I'm really feeling it like right now, like, ugh. It just feels like there's just people kind of crowding me. All right guys, lights on. Just so I don't, you know, blind anybody. But it's a very interesting room, I don't know, but it's, as I said, it's gotten a little weirder lately, because a lot of people kind of forgot about this room, I think, for a while. People weren't hunting as much, but then all of a sudden, 2 people get scratched in the chair room. So everybody's coming up here. Don't know if that makes us, whatever's in here, happy or mad, but more scratching, you know, so who knows. All right, guys, we're going to walk